Yeah, I've been thinking about this, and I thought, yeah, I need to do one in English. Even if my English is not perfect, I need to do one in English. Because it's important. It's important to understand what's going on. And it's important to make a choice. So that we all make the choice. Which way do we go? You just look at about what's going on in the world at the moment. And how this problem is being dealt with. How it's being sorted. We just been told that, oh, there's another strain of the COVID. It's just came out. Surprise! Why? At the point where we just got a vaccine for the very original strain. So what's gonna happen now? We're gonna get another vaccine, yeah? And what if there's gonna be another mutation in 6 months? And then another one in 12 months. And another one in another 12 months. So we're gonna get vaccinated every time a new strain comes in, yeah? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we have to do? Just keep following rules and ideas from politicians that they're perfectly fine. They can travel, they get all the safety, they get all the healthy food as much as they can, they get all the protection, and they know everything. They know the actual truth. But what we have to do, we have to cope with it. We have to shut our businesses. If somebody is running a small business, you're fucked. I'm sorry, but nobody's gonna help you. If you're working in a big company, you're walking a very, very thin line. You might be employed now, and you will be sacked in a few months, or maybe even sooner. And what are they gonna tell you? What is the solution to the problem? Wait for the magic vaccine. So once you take it, you will be fine. But hey, everybody's waiting for it, and then a new mutation comes in. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna lock ourselves in homes, in houses. And how's that gonna help us? I don't know how's that gonna help us, because the way I see it, it's basically a new flu which we need to immune ourselves, as we always been doing for thousands of years. And how do we immune ourselves to it? By eating healthy, by going outside, by going for the walk, by being active, by staying positive, by thinking positive. This is how we immune ourselves, by eating those vegetables. Why, instead of vaccines and masks and being locked in our houses, why don't we get extra amount of vitamins? Why don't we get a government provided vitamin C in excess, so that we can build our immune systems? Why don't we get that? Why do we have to wait for the jab and then magically we'll be fine? Hope so, because nobody taking the responsibility for it. You know what? I just can't be bothered. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't care. I will be just eating more vegetables, and I'm just gonna whack them in myself. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start jogging, even if I don't like it. And I'm gonna go outside, even if there's another lockdown. I don't care. You know what else I'm gonna do? What else I'm gonna do? I'll start reading books. Maybe. Even more than I should be. And I won't be listening to all the negativity around. You're calling me conspiracy theorist because what? Because I like to question things? That makes me a conspiracy theorist, because I like to question, because I like to think for myself, because I like to build my own opinion, because I like to do research. Is that makes me a conspiracy theorist? Really? Because I like to cook for myself? Because I am a strong supporter of nature? Because that's what makes me a conspiracy theorist? Really? Because I don't believe politicians? Because they always been corrupt? With very few exceptions, politicians has always been corrupt. So is that makes me a conspiracy theorist? Because I believe that we have to look after ourselves, because nobody else will look after us? Is that what makes me a conspiracy theorist? Really? If that was you think so, then it's fine with you. We are living still in a sort of free world. So if you choose, you wait for your job, if you are young, if you are not over 50 or 60, if you are not like having a breathing difficulties, breathing problems, asthma, anything like that, then I understand those are the groups that are really at risk. And because the virus is new, those groups should be provided with the majority of the help. Provide them with anything that strengthens up the immune system. But don't fucking lock them in their houses. What's that supposed to be? Support them by taking them out into the fresh air. That's what's helping. You want to help NHS? Stay healthy and help people to stay healthy, so they get stronger and healthier and immune. So when there is another information about another mutation, we won't be that scared, because we know that we are actually getting stronger, physically getting stronger and mentally getting stronger. Unless for you this is something like unachievable. But if you can find a different way, if you can find a different solution to such a big problem, which is really above all economical, because it's killing our ability to sustain ourselves by destroying the businesses, destroying the middle class, taking our liberties, and it's all in the name of safety, and it's dividing us at another plateau, because now it's the old against the young, because the young don't care, because the old are at risk. So how are we supposed to help the elderly if we are all fucking locked off? By wearing the mask? The mask that you wear for 8 hours or 4 hours, which is like bacteria multiplier on your own face? How is that supposed to be? I understand you go into the hospital. If you are going to travel in a mass transport, yeah, wear it, okay? Wear it. People over there might be having asthma problems and you don't want to put them at risk. But when you go if you go in somewhere outside, if you go in to see your parents or any of your relatives, we have to do anything possible to make ourselves immune. There's no other way to solve this problem. Let's face it. Even if you look at the graphs, which I refuse to look at, because for me it's just a scaremongering to an immense level. I refuse to look at that. But even if you look at the graphs, it's going up, cases going up, deaths and everything. We're gonna die. So it looks like we're all gonna die anytime soon. And if you think that we are being told the truth and we are being looked after, then please, I don't want to ruin your fairy tale, but I simply do not believe that politicians and massive corporation owners are working for our best. Basically. I simply do not believe in that. I'm too old for this. I try to keep a young mind, but I'm too old for this shit anymore, you know? I simply do not believe in that. I simply don't believe in that. They are fine. They can travel. They can enjoy the time. They can do whatever. But we, at the bottom, we need to follow the rules. Stay safe. Keep distance. Stay at home. Go work remotely. Don't see anybody. You know, just lock yourself off. No sun, no vitamins. We'll provide you everything. Yeah. I simply just do not agree, and I do not allow myself to succumb to those imposed rules which do not help. They do not solve the problem. Do they? Do they solve the problem? Do we look like, do we see any light in the tunnel? Do we? Well, I don't see any light in the tunnel. I mean, anytime I can hear a media or mass media, it doesn't matter if it's a radio or God forbid a TV, then we are far from the solution. We are really far from the solution. We don't see it coming anywhere near. So how are they helping? And there is a new mutation now. Of course there will be a new mutation, because coronavirus has always been around, and they will be mutating, and they will be coming out every time there is a season in autumn and in spring, they will be coming up. What then? Is that new normal? You're trying to tell me that I have to agree and submit my freedom of choice and freedom of questioning and freedom of thinking and freedom of probably anything to the fact that somebody is telling me that this is a new normal, this is new unnormal, not normal. This is absolutely unacceptable what is going on. What I can see now that is the politicians are taking advantage of the situation as much as they can. They milking the thing as much as they can. That's what they're doing. And just telling us that we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to stay home, we need to close the gyms. Like, closing the gyms, really? So how are we supposed to stay healthy? What else are you gonna do? Close the farms maybe, so we don't get any vegetables anymore, because farmers need to go outside and work over there so they might spread the virus. Is that so? Yeah, let's all go to McDonald's, let's sit at home, let's buy some pills, yeah, the painkillers and everything, let's put on some weight, let's watch some Netflix or TV or whatever, let's stop seeing our friends, relatives, anybody, just on a Zoom. Yeah? You feel more healthy? Do you feel more optimistic? Is that the law of attraction that we're gonna use? Is that so? I just don't agree with that, and I will not agree with this. I just doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely against nature. It's absolutely against our biology. It's absolutely against our civilization. I don't agree with this. If you wanna call me a conspiracy theorist, by all means do that. I do not care, and I will not. I refuse to submit and just become a unhealthy, pessimistic, manipulated sprocket in the massive machine. That's what I have to say. I have to say it. I have to record it, and I have to record it in English because all my recordings so far were in Polish. But it's important, so I had to share that because it stays on my mind, it stays on the back of my head, and it's something that really, it cannot be ignored. What's going on? If you want to help others, you need to help yourself first. And how are you going to help others if you're not looking after your health? If you're not looking after your wealth, if you're not looking after your intelligence and your mental state, if you're not looking after your understanding, if we just take what we're being told, what we're being given, how are we gonna help our children? What kind of example are we giving to them? Just think about it. Think about it. Really think about it, and just make your own decision. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just telling what I'm doing, what I will be doing. And I do not agree, and I do not submit to this. So stay healthy. Look after your health. Don't expect somebody to give it to you. Nothing comes for free. And especially as important and valuable part of our lives is the health and the well-being. So look after yourself and stay safe.